I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but a lot of everything that I collect has something to do with my childhood and growing up, especially my adolescence, my teenage years. I have like a lot of fond memories of just, the different like cliques and scenes that I was a part of. And I think as an adult, I've just kind of blended all of those things that I love, and it represents my entire style and aesthetic. Getting to move around from like town to town, I think it's really good for me. When I was younger, I didn't really appreciate it because, I'm having to start over all the time, make new friends. I wasn't really a cool kid, so it's not like I was like widely accepted by everyone on day one of school. I found myself always gravitating towards the outcasts, and so I got, deep into this punk scene and the ska scene and smoking cigarettes and drinking beers, smoking weed. That's kind of how I grew up. And instead of like going from one scene and forgetting about it and moving on to another, I just found myself like just collecting like this journey of subculture. And now as an old man grown up, all those subcultures are still instilled in me. But there's one thing that remains constant. Throughout my entire life, I have been a white t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. And the white tee in particular means a lot to me. I remember when I was younger, it was just like a classic Hanes tee. When I got to college, I was wearing the Ralph Lauren tees that you could get at like TJ Maxx, like the 3-pack. The white tee is so great because it's classic, quintessential. It spans across all eras, all styles, all ages, all genders. You cannot go wrong with the white tee. Music, film, fashion, professional services, manual labor. It doesn't matter like what your status is. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. And I know this because I've lived in so many different places. Everybody wears the white tee. I wear the white tee. My neighbors, my employees, my friends, family, everybody's got a white tee in their closet. Some of the most influential people in the world known for rocking the classic plain white tee. We got James Dean. We've got Kate Moss. Even Steve Jobs, I know he's known for the black turtleneck, but when he was younger, he was rocking the white tee. Marlon Brando, John Lennon, Kanye West, Eminem. It doesn't matter who you are, the white tee is going to look good on you. I'm always interested in finding interesting, unique white tees. And in the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of on a hunt, went online shopping, picked up a bunch, and I didn't do it all in like one night. This is a span of maybe like a couple months, and I've compiled them all. I have a few. I have unboxed. I've seen a couple of them because I bought a couple just at the store, but I also ordered some which I've yet to unbox. We're gonna go through that right now. All right, we'll start with these. I went to Buckhead Shops, and at Buckhead Shops they have a Theory. I haven't shopped there in forever, and we've got Koss, which I think makes great white tees as well. Let's look at these price points here. So this is from Theory. They call this the Relax Tee. It's a $125 tee. It's kind of expensive if you think about it. And then this Koss, and this is also a large, and this is much more reasonable. This is way more reasonable, $39. This is the Theory one. I've already tried this on. This is the $125 white tee. I bought this like a couple months ago. I'm wearing it now. I would say I kind of regret it. I don't like how the sleeves are a little bit short, but I've also figured like I can't have every single white tee being boxy cut and oversized and drop shoulder. So I want to just get like a clean, classic Americana white tee. Bruce Springsteen style, I suppose. James Dean style. I don't like it when the sleeves are short because I'm so skinny and gangly. I feel like the proportions don't look right on me. But I might also just have some body dysmorphia. I will say it is really, really comfortable. Worth $125? No, but if you got like a coupon at Theory or something, yeah, go for it. Feels really, really clean. Feels nice. But $125, I'm looking for something a little bit more interesting. I think you can get this basic type of white tee for much cheaper. There's nothing particularly interesting about like the size of it, just a regular white tee. All right, this is the cost one that was only $39, plus I got a coupon. I think the coupon works like you just sign up for something right at the cash register, you get like 10%. The sleeve doesn't necessarily need to go past my elbow, but I generally like finding shirts like that because it usually means the sleeve is heavy enough and it's the shoulders like draping over that the shirt just falls and like follows like the profile of my arm rather than just like winging out like this. And it's just an awkward look walking around like this. I don't know. Skinny guys probably understand what I'm talking about. You know, 2025 I made the resolution to quit vaping, which I did, but maybe in 2026 I get fucking brolic. Extra large, the fact that it comes out here, it's crazy. And yeah, I guess it kind of wings out, but not so much. And plus I wear it underneath. You see this like neck collar, it's like perfect for me. It's 100% cotton too, I'm almost certain. All cotton. It's a white tee, it's comfortable, it's meant to be. I also like a durable white tee. I know I'm not unboxing this and it's just American Apparel, but this shirt has lasted me like since college. I've been wearing this tee since college. And I think that's why I've been looking for a lot of white tees, because most of my white tees now are pretty old. They're like over 10, 15, 20 years old. Look how well this thing is held up. It's still crispy white, although, you know, shout out to my wife who's learned to be really good at laundry. Wasn't always that great. When we first started living together, she started doing my laundry, and I was really only wearing white tees because I couldn't afford anything else. She turned all my white tees into pink tees, so I was rocking pink tees and jeans for a long time. I was so fucking mad at her, but now I understand because laundry is not easy. It's been a learning experience for April, and shout out to the wife for always doing my laundry. All right, here we go. This is actually more of like a Lady White Co unboxing because I bought a lot of stuff from here. Definitely get it from the website if you can, because this is how the shit comes to you. Look how cool that is. Comes in their little branded, I don't know if it's cotton or linen. Each product too, not just one. Each product gets its own little bag within the plastic bag. I don't know, it's just a nice touch, right? Feels a little bit luxurious, exclusive. The quality of this and this is completely different. It just feels more luxurious, feels more substantial. I use the word substantial a lot because when I buy something, I want it to be substantial. Sleeves don't pass my elbows, which I was expecting based on the model. Comes down to the crotch. Bah. Sleeves kind of wing out, but not too bad. This is kind of in the same vein as the Theory and the Cost. For the price though, if you think about it, the Theory one is $125. This is $75. And then the Cost one is $39. I think right in between the price point of the Theory and the Cost, I'm going Lady White Tee or Lady White Co all day. Oh yeah, the collar is different. So this is more like a traditional collar. I'm interested to see how it pulls out in the wash. This one is very soft. Very, very soft. Feels really, really good. Also all cotton. I feel like it's gonna drape over my arms a little bit better. This might be the one for me. It just feels so luxurious. Yeah, this is much more my style. Collar is great. A little bit wider in the neck, and that's kind of why I like to have a nice undershirt that does cinch my neck better. You see how it just kind of gracefully falls? It's not so stiff. So far, this is the tee that I like the most. It feels so good. This feels really, really luxurious. My one gripe though is the collar. It's a little bit more on the wider side, but you know, if you got a good undershirt, you'll be all right. This long sleeve is definitely thick. Heavyweight. Crunchy is not the best word because crunchy kind of has a negative connotation for me. Oh, what? And the sleeves are perfect. Look at these cuffs. Beautifully made. The collar is perfect. Oh my god, it almost feels like a crew neck sweater. It is kind of thick, not too thick like a crew neck, but like right in between a t-shirt and a crew neck sweater is where this is. And the way it hits my wrist, even though it's an extra large, oh my god, I'm in heaven. So this is where it falls. Nice length, hits me right there on the wrist. Someone once told me like the seam at the shoulder is supposed to be right where your shoulder ends, and this is a little bit past it, but I actually don't like it there. It makes me feel like really stiff. I like it to be drop shoulder, even if it's just slightly drop shoulder. It just makes me feel more relaxed. It also makes you look more relaxed. I've just become a massive Lady Whitecoat fan. Like the undershirts to begin with, the RTs, and that introduced me to the rest of the brand, and so far I like everything. The municipal tee, maybe not so much, but the other ones, the Athens and this rugby tee, incredible, and the basics are awesome. But I have more. You see that? Just drapes over the shoulder. It actually hits me right on the elbow. Could I do an extra large? I might be able to do an extra large, but then I think the length gets a little bit long for a boxy cut. This length is perfect. If you look really closely, it's layered. It has like a layering effect, and underneath this must be the spandex part. In terms of the collar, I fuck with it. It's a little bit wide, but not too bad. This is how I would want a boxy white tee to fit. This is why the white tee is awesome. Made out of cotton, made in Korea, looks cool, feels cool. Based on all the pricing of all the other white tees, on the higher end, but not the most high end. I could wear this every single day. Throw it on with these heather gray sweatpants, put it on with jeans, put it on with khakis. You go somewhere and not trying so hard, but still trying pretty hard. Man, I don't really have a favorite. Everything I opened up is really great. If you guys are looking for a good white tee, definitely go to the kind of like mall places like COS, like Theory, but I encourage you to go online, go to Lady Whitecoat, go to Eastlog, you know, and get something that's it's, even though the white tee is the same and everybody's got the white tee, if you want to like distinguish your white tee amongst this the sea of all of them, those two brands are the places to go. You're going to get high quality, you're going to get a unique perspective on aesthetic, well constructed, feels substantial, everything you're looking for in a garment, especially one as simple as the white tee. I hope you've come to the channel looking for a white tee, and I hope I pointed you in the right direction. All right, I got to get out of here, man. I'm trying to have fun today. It's the weekend. I've come to the realization that the greatest white tee is made by Michelle Tanner, the Olsen twins, from the row. It's called the Dustin. Let me show it to you guys. Bought this last year. I don't own anything from the row. I don't really shop there, although I think they have a lot of cool stuff. Really, really expensive. And like the stuff that they sell is, I'd rather kind of get from Fear of God, I feel like. But when I saw this t-shirt, I was like, holy shit. And I saw the description of it, what it's made out of, the cut, the silhouette. I was like, this is a must-have. The problem with it, though, is I debated back and forth for a long time just to buy one, because the price of this t-shirt, I think, is like $450, $550. It is not cheap. I just got this from the cleaners. I'm not going to steam it right now. There's nothing that can be done. I don't know why. I always ask them, hey, if it's at the cleaners, can you guys make sure you steam the collar before you wrap it so I don't have to do it? I've asked them like a million. They're like, yeah, just tell us the instructions. And I do it, and it never comes back right. Like even the back, like this reminds me of like Fear of God season 1, season 2. That hem all the way down the middle, like right down the middle. It's a boxy tee, which is what I like. Remember, this is my number one white tee. It's a boxy tee. It's drop shoulder for sure. And then it's got a nice mock neck that cinches the neck. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Yes, this tee is so awesome. Like it just feels so, it feels very expensive, luxurious, but also makes me still feel casual and not so overdone. I think I could get away with extra large, but I think I like the tailored boxiness of this one. So it's pretty short in length, and then it just perfectly just falls and drapes over my shoulders. I feel like $1,000,000. I look like $1,000,000. If you can find it on sale, this is the Dustin from the row. I think it's awesome. Yeah, that was kind of my white tee haul. Did some shopping online and in real IRL too. I feel like that's all that we do. And we like made an effort to like, hey, we're not gonna do that this weekend. Fall into the same.